Welcome back to page 121. There it is. There's our logo for Jump Point. This is the logo I'm going to be using for our Traveler Convention on November 6th from 11 a.m. to approximately 6 p.m. or whenever we're finished at Games Plus in Mount Prospect, Illinois. I'm going to attach a link to that below, but I just wanted to show the new logo. The logo was originally designed by me and then rendered on a computer by my son Patrick. So there you have it. We have an official logo for Jump Point, and we're going to be I'll be announcing events as they come closer. I just want to say to everybody, hey, I'm still looking for attendees. Right now we have 5 signed up, which is great. There'll be 5 coming from my side, so there's going to be 10 of us at least. I'm looking for game masters. I'm going to be running a game, and if I press him into service, my son Adam will run a game. I will be running Mongoose Traveler second, and I can take up to 7 people at my table. And Adam will be running Traveler T20, and he'll be taking up to 7 people at his table. Another event we're going to have at the con is going to be rolling your character until he's dead. So dying in character creation. This will be using classic Traveler rules, and it'll be the original 6 careers out of the original books, and that'll probably be run by my son Adam too before he runs his game. For my part, I'm also planning on doing some kind of PowerPoint presentation on the history of Traveler the game, the publishing history from 1977 until now. Just taking a look at each edition, what they all brought to the table. And this will be interactive with me basically doing the voiceover live to a PowerPoint and then interacting with anybody that wants to talk about stuff. So right now that's what we've got planned. Pretty excited. We're going to see how this goes. Hopefully it'll be a rousing success. Oh, I'm sorry, there's one other thing. There is going to be some giveaways at Jump Point. I have been collecting Traveler stuff for over 40 years. I have quite a few doubles. So I'm going to grab a select few, and I'm going to bring them there, and we're going to either raffle them off or throw dice for them or something. I haven't decided how we're going to do that yet. But the whole idea will be that there will be some free giveaways. And of course, the bad news is the cost of admission. I do have to actually address this. The cost of admission is absolutely free. We're not being charged anything for the space by the good folks at Games Plus. So, of course, we're not charging anybody anything. Come on in, have some fun. If you don't want to play Traveler, just come on in and talk Traveler for a bit. Also, I do recommend bring money. Games Plus is the best game shop I've ever been in. Pretty much whatever you're going to need, they have. I recommend that you bring cash. I'm going to have some on me, just so I have a little spending loot for while I'm up there. So I'll attach a link to the Jump Point page through Games Plus. I'll attach that below. And now on to today's topic. Welcome back to page 121. My spiffy Jump Point logo behind us. Just a reminder about the con. You've already seen the promo video. So I'm going to go to today's topic. And today's topic is Referee's Briefing 2, Anomalies and Wonders for Traveler, for Mongoose Traveler for 2nd edition. The Referees series went for 6 episodes, or 6 releases, and they're about $6 each. I think the last one is 7. And they're different little vignettes about life in the Traveler universe. This one is about anomalies in the universe. In other words, different naturally occurring things or possibly created by intelligent life. And you get to go inside the book and take a look. Now, it's $6. And for the $6, you get about 25 pages, 22 pages. So the price is a little high. I understand why Mongoose is doing it. It is excellent quality. The writing is top flight. I have to admit, I was expecting something a little different than what I got here, and I'm going to go into that as I go through the book. And, well, without further ado, from Referee's Briefing number 2, Anomalies and Wonders for Traveler Mongoose 2nd. So, Anomalies and Wonders for Traveler. And this, by the way, is really system agnostic. This could be played with anything. It was published by Mongoose for 2nd edition Traveler, but there's no real limits on where you could use this. You could use this for any space game. And one thing I liked is stuff was kept pretty generic. There's no set place where this appears or that appears. You can move this around your universe wherever you want. So let's take a look inside. This is written by Martin J. Doherty. Always a good day when Martin J. Doherty's at the helm. And it was put out in 2016. Yep, a little hard to read at an angle with these old eyes. But the idea is these are different anomalies and wonders you would encounter in space or on a planet. Some naturally occurring, some created. So I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. I could do this. Hey, maybe they'll have some info on that ring world in Vargir space, or the rosette that's been found. Maybe they'll even talk about Dyson sphere. No. So I was a little disappointed in that, I have to be honest, but that was my own expectation building up beyond what the book was offering. So that's on me, but I was hoping for some of that. What I got is still pretty darn good. Nice little intro talking about interstellar travel and how it can be boring. And let's go ahead and take a look at some anomalies and wonders. And then basically it says how to use the locations, which is place them wherever you want. Stellar and interstellar phenomenon. So here we have the Eshrani protostar. It's basically a nebula that's about to become a star. So pretty interesting. This one I did find interesting. There's not enough information in Traveler on black holes. This is pretty good. It talks a little bit about it. I felt this could really be expanded upon, and I may be expanding upon it in a future game. I like also that they say black holes of necessity are very rare because nothing can really live around a black hole. And there's some question as to whether this is a naturally occurring black hole or not. So I thought that was a nice little wonder question there. The graveyard is kind of a mix-up of the word graveyards. It's basically a Sargasso Sea in outer space. When you misjump, where do you land? You land over here in the graveyard. And now you're trapped there in this Sargasso Sea that sailors in the Age of Sail used to worry about, a place where you would be becalmed and tangled in seaweed and never get home. Kind of neat, and talks a little bit about cobbling together a working starship out of various parts of the other ships that are in the graveyard. And then the Rogue. It's thought to be a deep space comet, but maybe not. It's been the subject of many studies. So now we take a look at planetary phenomena. This is a phenomenon surrounded by a planetary. So we have the giant moon of Freve, and this is just basically a massive moon. And it talks about what you would have. The jump shadow would be an issue. What kind of base you could put on it. And Analyx, it's a super Jovian, a mammoth gas giant. Look at that thing. Almost ready to become a star, but not quite yet. Certainly not in our lifetimes. The Cornale Effect. Cornale Effect is basically that jump shadow moves. It doesn't stay static. It expands and contracts over time naturally, and you have to learn the rhythms of it. And that's the Cornale Effect. I thought that was one of the more interesting aspects of in this book. And then the cluster, unusually dense gathering of otherwise typical asteroids in a planetoid belt. So there's a cluster that's together very close, so it could be exploited for mining resources or maybe as a pirate base with many different arms, however you'd want to do it. So again, there's some neat ideas in here, and really that's what this book is about. It's about ideas. And I want to talk a little bit about these kind of books and why I take a look at them. I love Traveler. I love every phase of Traveler. I was one of the elitists who said, I don't need Mongoose Traveler. Certainly not second edition. I have all the old stuff. I was wrong. So if it seems I lean a little heavily toward Mongoose second, it's true because that's where my exploration is. I'm really excited about what I'm finding in Mongoose second. I'm excited about small little books like this. This was $6 and gave me a great deal of enjoyment. And I was able to, I've cobbled together at least 2 different game ideas just from this book. The cluster is one of the ideas that I really liked, and there's another one coming up. So we got local phenomena, which is the lost cities of old Chaucer. One neat thing about Traveler is the universe is massive. So in known space, we have the planet. We go to Rylanor, or we go to Jewel, and we're in there. But we don't know really what else is there. There's a couple of, there's a supermoon there. Or, I'm sorry, there's a Jovian there. There's a gas giant here. But we don't really find out much about the individual system. That is left for the game master to develop. That's where this book comes in, because you can put stuff like old cities. Well, maybe there's a portion of the planet that nobody's ever bothered even really looking at, an outback area. And what do you know? There's a pre-human civilization, not an ancient site, but a pre-human civilization. And there's some stuff to be gathered there for historical interest or possibly some actual value of artifacts. Here we have the underwater caverns of Ambor. These are naturally carving caverns on a volcanically active planet, but they can be exploited for different minerals, for different crystals, some creatures, and can be explored. So it's just something you can put into your game. The Acid Mists of 811. This guy is going into one of my games, possibly into the game I'll be running for Jump Point. I had an idea for an acidic planet and how to deal with the problems that would present, and this gave me some nice fodder. And Mount Awesome. I'm reading Mount Awesome. It's the biggest mountain on any planet in known space. I'm sorry, charted space. The reason I said known space is because I was thinking of Larry Niven and his known space with Mount Look at That, which I always thought was a great name. The biggest mountain in known space is Mount Look at That. The biggest mountain in charted space is Mount Awesome. And you can put this pretty much wherever you want. And that's the end of the book. So we get 16 pages. I said about 20, so I was wrong. About 16 pages, some great artwork in here, very inspirational artwork. And, of course, the cover. I love that picture. And that's it. We're out. It's a nice short read. It is $6. I consider it $6 well spent. And I have to admit, for the first 5 pages of this, I wasn't enamored. In fact, I remarked to my wife, a little disappointed in this one. There's nothing that's really grabbing me. And then I got deeper into the book and I found 2 or 3 things that I thought were really cool ideas. So definitely worth doing, definitely worth finishing reading on my part. I'm planning on finishing this series unless people vote no by not watching. There are 4 more books in here. I have the next one ready in my queue to read, and I enjoy reading these. They're a nice, quick read, 16 pages. You're done in under an hour. I read it and went back and reread a couple of sections, and I was still done in hour and 15 minutes. So it's a nice little series of little mini adventures you could do, or just little things you could put in the background and say, hey, isn't this interesting? So that's it. I just thought I'd bring this to everybody's attention. There are a few other things that I found on DriveThruRPG and on the Mongoose website that I will be bringing forward in the future. I'll put a link to this for Mongoose's site and for DriveThruRPG. I'll also put a link to Jump Point below. Please remember, I'm still looking for subscribers, so if you like what you heard and saw, please like and subscribe. Hopefully you can join us for Jump Point. I'm going to try to record parts of it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live stream it or not, but I will record massive parts of it, and I might just load them as their own videos. Maybe I'll do a brief intro saying, okay, here's part of the game my son Adam was running for the game for Jump Point, our Traveler Con, and I'll put up 20 minutes of that, and you can watch some actual gameplay or a game I'm running. An interesting social experiment I may try at Jump Point, and I'll get to that more as the day gets closer. So I haven't decided if it's going to happen, but I'll tell you the idea either way, and I don't know if it's going to happen or not. So that's it for today for page 121. I hope you liked what you heard and saw. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.